All right, here's a video going over example 1. So given ray EF is tangent to circle G at point E, with the measure of the arc DME being 5x minus 10, and the measure of angle DEF being 3x minus 35 degrees. Find the measure of arc DE. So first thing we want to do is make sure we understand what we're actually looking for. So this means I'm actually looking for the measure of the angle. This pen is dead. Okay. So I know that my answer, and since we're given everything in degrees, will be in degrees. If it specifically said radians, we would want to make sure we did it in radians instead. So I know that's what my answer is going to look like, and it's for DE, which is here. Then I know EF is tangent. So since that angle is made with a tangent and a secant, then I know that this angle right here, which is going to be the same, which is going to be half of the measure of arc DE. I can't assume that this is 90 degrees because it's not going through the center. So be really careful, because that is something when we read tangent, we want to put a 90-degree angle somewhere, but that's only when it passes through tangent. So now I'm going to go back and make sure that I have everything labeled. So the measure of arc DME, so it said 3 letters, so that means it's a major arc. So DME is 5x minus 10 degrees. And the measure of angle DEF, which was right here, is 3x minus 35 degrees. So we already said before, since this is formed with a tangent and a secant, I know that the measure of DE, there should be another letter. Whoops, I did not redraw the diagram. F, so DEF, is going to be equal to half of the arc measure DE. Which means if I'm just trying to find the measure of DE, that's going to equal twice the measure of angle DEF. So I'm going to actually take this, and we know the measure of angle DEF is 3x minus 35. So then if I simplify that further, it's 6x minus 70, which means DE arc measure is 6x minus 70 degrees. Well, if I look at that arc measure plus the arc that I was given, the major arc DME, I know that those two have to sum to 360 degrees because they make a whole circle. So I'm going to add 6x minus 70 plus 5x minus 10 and set that equal to 360 degrees. So when I combine my like terms, subtract 80 from both sides. I don't want to mess that up. Oh, add 80 to both sides, my apologies. I get 440. Divide by 11, and now I know x equals 40. So I'm going to go back to my original question, find the measure of arc DE. Arc DE is right here, so we know it's 6x minus 70, so 6 times 40 minus 70 equals 170 degrees. Assuming I typed that in, yes. Boom. So measure DE arc D.